Okay, good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, June 25th, 2017. Let's take a look at the market. Ever since the June 14, that the market flashed a a turning point message via the Dow Jones Industrial. Let's go back and take a look at that on this day here. The market flashes that it had reached a turning point. Then 2 days later, on this quad witching Friday, it printed a new all-time closing high. Then on Monday, it gapped up and closed at another new all-time closing high. But since then, it's kind of faded back down and filled out this gap. And right now, this level here is being tested as support here, and now it's testing as resistance. So what we are expecting to see in the following week is if this could come back up and we capture this level and get back above this pivot high here, then there's a good chance that it could be working itself back up and maybe retest this closing high. But if it come down and take out this low here, then there's a good chance that these level here will get retested, and depending how fast it come down, it could get down to this level, and which is also in confluence with this trend line. And if this trend line get broken or this level get broken, then these level down here will likely get tested. Okay. So that's the Dow Jones Industrial, and let's take a look at the S&P 500. Similarly to the Dow Jones, except that it did not close at a new all-time high, on quad witching Friday here. But on Monday, it did close with a new all-time closing high. And again, similar to the Dow Jones Industrial, came down and filled the gap, and right now essentially it's sort of working on this inside bar here, holding inside on this engulfing candle out here. So we're going to see which way you're going to break on Monday or the following week, this coming week. And if we break down, then get below this pivot low here, then most likely these level will get tested. But if it break above this level here, then it could come back up and try to retest the all-time high. But the expectation is for the market to continue to pull back, work itself back down and do a little bit of a consolidation by testing some of the previous pivot low, and kind of take out some of the excess and see where it go from there. And looking at the Nasdaq 100, you can see that it tried to come back up right now, although it did not come back and put in a new closing high like the Dow Jones Industrial and the S&P 500 did on the following Monday after the quad watching Friday. So but right now it seems to be working itself back up. I think the key level here to watch is this pivot level here, and if we get above this, let me put up a price level here so we can see what that level might be. Okay, so if it come up to 58.45.96, somewhere around there, then there's a good chance that it might be working itself back up and try to retest the all-time high here. But if it come back down and take out this low here, okay, this 56.33, then we're basically looking at these these lower level here get retested, and this gap could eventually get filled on its way down. So again, this all depends how fast it's going to come down, break this trend line. Essentially, that's what it do to fill this gap here. And when it break down here, the this like a little bit of a short-term double bottom here, and if it's taking this out, break below this 56.33, then these are the level that we're going to be keeping an eye on. And then finally, the Russell 2000. You can see the Russell 2000 still within this band here. Right, try to get back up to this all-time high here. Although it seemed like it's trying to work itself up, but as you can see, it is forming a sort of declining channel here. So unless it could take out this pivot high here, then keep an eye on this level here. So either it break above, then might be working up to retest this high. But if it break below, then we're essentially looking at these pivot and slowly work itself down to these levels here. Okay, then looking at the ES, the E-mini, okay, we could see that having the this also having the Globex numbers in here, and you can see this candle, this pair of candle, basically forming a sort of like a tweezer top. And if you add this candle up, and essentially it's basically is like a inverted hammer, right, or a shooting star, basically. That type of candle here. So you can see that it is working itself here on some sort of a coil here. We got sort of like a double bottom, right? And here's the these two essentially inside this engulfing candle here. So again, we're basically looking for this thing to break above the 2440. Then it might work itself back up and try to retest the 2451.50, but it's break about the 2428, break below that, then we're essentially looking at these level to be retested, okay, for the ES. And if we look at the SPY, okay, the SPY is similar to the S&P 500. You can see that it closed at a new all-time closing high here on the Monday after the quad witching Friday. But again, it faded back down, filled the gap. So right now it is quoting inside of this candle here. So again, we're essentially looking to see which way it's going to break on this candle. Break the high of this candle, then look for a possible retest of the closing high. If it break below this engulfing candle here, then look for these lower level to get retested. Right. Okay, so basically that's it for the market review. Oh, by the way, and if you like this video and find it informative, please click the thumbs up to give me a like to indicate that you find this video informative. And if you are not a subscriber of this video channel and you like to be notified of future video upload to this channel, then please subscribe. Thanks for watching.